As the game the other night in Philadelphia was 34-18 after the first quarter, a real rough start for the singular playoff games in his young career. They'll need one of those tonight to keep their season alive. Embiid guarded by Qtr, steps back inside the arc. First shot won't go. Tatum the rebound.
I like to see Joel Embiid either get it closer to the block or maybe run something for Tyrese Maxey to get him an early look.
Derek White comes out short. Maxey looking to push. It's in their lone victory, game 2 right here in Boston when they push the tempo. Maxey finding some room, back out to Embiid. Nobody near him. Passes up the shot. Paul George tries and hits the 3.
And that's what they need. How you can still use Joel Embiid, but not basically focus on him in the offensive side.
And the Sixers need Paul George to be aggressive offensively. Nick Nurse says that's a key as Derek White's floater goes down. Teams in the NBA 30-11. Sixers were a good solid road team during the season, 22-19. And again, they won game 2 here. Oubre wide open. That one in and out. And of course, often a key when you play the Celtics, the opponent needs to hit their threes. That was a good wide open shot. Tatum to Brown. Brown guarded by Oubre. The spin, the pull-up, comes up short. He had that sensational game, but since then has struggled. Here's Oubre, goes right at Brown. Shot is up and good.
That's a strong move. Really tight curl off of that action with Embiid. All that space in the lane and then just use his shoulder, create that space at the end.
Oubre didn't have a field goal in game 4. Nice to see him get started for the Sixers. Tatum launches that one. Shot won't go. Qtr keeps it alive. They get a new 14. Hauser from outside. Embiid the rebound.
Rebounds, and then the three-point shot coming off of that. Offensive rebounds can be deflating as you see Paul George looking like he wants to be full-on momentum plays that can take the juice out of a team.
Foul called on Philadelphia. Be a side out.
That space is closed down on the catch.
And a moving screen call on Hauser. By the way, Paul George, obviously.
You pay him the money. That's why he's been All-NBA. That's why he's been the MVP candidate. His talent as a wing, he is a 3-level scorer and he's a 2-way player. He does everything. So when he plays well, it is not a surprise that Philly has a successful record.
Tatum with Embiid on him. Little jab step. Embiid that big right arm. Tatum sidestep, 3-pointer. Can't get it. And Oubre the rebound. Edgecombe goes at Hauser, gets in the paint, throws it up, shot no good. Ball kept alive, but Qtr comes away. Jaylen Brown stops inside, tried to get it to Qtr and threw it out. So a sloppy start for the Celtics.
Yeah.
1 for 6 and 2 turnovers for Boston. George looking for a shot early and often. Not that time. Got a good look. Tatum grabs it.
And I don't think there is a number that Paul George could take tonight from the three-point line that Nick Nurse would have a problem with. He wants him to be as aggressive as he can be.
Jaylen Brown, nobody stepped the layup line. Dunk for Jaylen Brown. Embiid, he tries the 3.
And that's okay. When you talked about Paul George, if you're down in a closeout game on the road, you do not want to be passive. You want to go out aggressive. You want to be physical. Leave it all on the thing.
Wavering a little bit as he comes up the floor. Looked like he banged his leg. Maxey to spin, the turn, the jumper is good. Maxey with his first shot, first half of game 4.
26 average field goal attempts in the first 3 games. Joel Embiid returned in game 4. He took half as many, only 14 shots.
And starts 2 for 9 from the field. Qtr trying to guard Maxey. Embiid's left alone. And Embiid this time can't get it. He was 1 for 6 from 3 the other night. His first game back. Derek White brings it up. Better transition defense from Philly. That was a real problem according to Nick Nurse in game 4. Qtr's shot is up and good.
Great delivery there by Derek White. He gave it to him late, which meant that Qtr had an opportunity to roll closer to the rim for that short little push shot that's within his range.
Paul George kicks it back out. Maxey in motion, can't get it. Qtr grabs another rebound. He's got 4 already. Brown looking to post up, deflected by George. Picked up by Qtr, but he couldn't hold on. And that's 3 turnovers for Boston. Maxey to Embiid. Tries another one. And can't get him to fall. He's 0 for 3 from 3. George chasing Tatum. Tatum gets into the paint, floats it out. Jaylen Brown, Oubre right with him. Tough fall-away shot, got it.
And you know, obviously put up the three-point shooting.
George to Edgecombe. The rookie fires away, knocks down the three, and that's a huge relief for him. He had, again, that spectacular game when he had the 30 points in game 2, but 0 for 16 in the other 3 games from three-point range. Now guarding Tatum. Jumper, short. Oubre the rebound. Maxey and White, that's a fun matchup. Great offensive player, great defensive player. Maxey to Embiid, finds Oubre. Oubre's going to try a three-pointer.
And you respect it again. 10 of their 15 shots have been from 3. 11, of their 15 shots have been from 3 as Jason Tatum gets the easy lay. Nick Nurse, and they've averaged 36 three-point attempts in those 3 wins.
Embiid gets the mid-range jumper.
And look how much better that was, to your point. He didn't just stay at the three-point line. There is space there he can eat up for a much higher percentage shot.
Rolls off the rim. Embiid grabs the rebound. Embiid, by the way, has 4 assists already. Edgecombe goes right at Pritchard. Tried to banker, couldn't get it to go. Ball batted out. Tatum, the hesitation. Nearly stripped by Oubre, gets it back, lays it up and in. The numbers he is putting up in this playoff series, like he did in the last 16 games of the regular season, are just extraordinary.
Well, how about coming back from this injury, putting up similar numbers to his career playoff numbers, but even shooting at a higher rate and rebounding at a higher rate?
Brown misses, Oubre the board. For Philadelphia, several substitutes for Boston as Embiid gets inside, puts it up, shot won't go. Tatum grabs the rebound. Tatum has been averaging 9 rebounds a game in the playoffs. Tatum couldn't finish it. Gets it back and throws it down. But everybody stopped.
I think they stopped because they thought he was hanging on the rim too long, and maybe they were going to call offensive basket interference. They didn't. Qtr just plays on miss.
Here's Pritchard coming off that 32-point masterpiece in game 4. Brown against Edgecombe. Foul. Edgecombe's a really good young defender, but that's a tough one-on-one matchup.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup. That was a bully ball right there.
Any violation there at all?
Brian Forte, the official. Thank you, Steve. Brian Forte, the official, saying as long as he wasn't touching the rim when he grabbed the ball, but it appeared. I mean, we're slowing it down frame to frame. But that is a bizarre play, and everybody seemed to just stop on it.
In your 100 years of watching basketball, Mike, have you ever seen anything like that?
You know, I saw back in 1897, there was a similar. Pritchard. Quentin Grimes in. Pritchard kicks it out in the corner. Shireman knocks down. First shot of the night for Shireman.
I thought, lethargic start by the Celtics offensively. Shireman comes in and gets them going.
Maxey against Walsh. Walsh, an excellent defender, but Maxey able to knock down his 3rd field goal. The bench for Philadelphia. Vucevic back out Shireman. Showing some handle there. Here's Pritchard on the drive, falling away. Shot is good. He was magnificent, but not Pritchard. Celtics up 2. Maxey launches, can't connect. Sixers just 3 of 13 from three-point range. Celtics, meanwhile, just 1 of 7. Both teams doing much better inside the arc. Vucevic can't hit. Walsh goes high for the rebound. Maxey trying to stay in front of Jaylen Brown. Finds Vucevic. Tries another corner 3. Yet another miss as George the rebound. Some awful three-point shooting from both teams as we hit a minute remaining here in the first. George has the height advantage on Pritchard. Pritchard, though, he battles on those. And Walsh the rebound. How much fun is it to watch Peyton Pritchard play on both ends?
Well, he just has an aggressiveness. He has an intention to what he does. He has an outstanding handle. It's not a crazy handle to get open, but it's hard to take the ball away from him.
Didn't have a turnover in game 4. Vucevic inside, left-handed slam.
Drummond has been caught up in these situations where he's trying to close out at the three-point line. He tried to guard Peyton Pritchard on a switch on the last possession. Boston took advantage both times.
Oh, the speed of Tyrese Maxey. Talking about guys that are fun to watch. He has just catapulted himself into the upper echelon in the NBA. What a star. And Maxey with 8 points here in the first quarter. Celtics a 2-point lead. Round of Vucevic. Vucevic very aggressive, looking for a shot. He's a good three-point shooter as the first quarter comes to an end. Luke Garza. Luke Garza getting some time as Tatum fires away, can't get it. Rebound Barlow. Dominic Barlow, who just checked in. Barlow and Embiid. Mac. Grimes on the drive. Embiid left wide open. Trying to get one of these three to go down. That one's still off the mark. He's now
walks right into the elbow for that kick out. It didn't have to stay at 28 feet. After Grimes did his job, Embiid should have had a much easier shot.
Garza can't hit. White almost kept it alive, but Barlow poked it away. Maxey, hard screen and an offensive foul call on Embiid. Jordan Walsh ran into him. Yeah, I think the right leg started to go out beyond the shoulders usually. Honestly, I agree with you. That's close. There's a lot of them like that during the course of the game. Count it, and a foul. Pritchard drives hard.
Took the action right to him. About as physical as a guy his size is going to be on a finish.
Pritchard coming back off the bench again because of the injuries. Started 50 games this year. Of course, last year, sixth man of the year. Impacts winning no matter where he comes off the bench at the start of the game. Middle of the first. Embiid, by the way, 2 quick fouls here in the second. Now goes down low, gets inside, and banks it home.
Well, this is the thing. That's a lot harder to do. It takes more out of you. There's more physicality, and Joel Embiid has all of that, but it does take a lot more energy out of the big fella to play that level of aggression.
Garza floats it up there, and Garza gets it a fall. Trying to guard Embiid again. Here comes the double team by White. Edgecombe lines up that three-pointer. Can't get it. Shot clock at 7. Embiid seeing the double team, and that smooth jumper rattles around and goes through.
You want to take this against Qtr or Garza anytime he wants.
Derek White to Walsh. Walsh off the bounce. White was open in the corner. He didn't see him, so Pritchard drives, and Pritchard finishes again.
Peyton Pritchard doing what Peyton Pritchard does, but also Embiid. He gets one post up, he goes to the post up again. They double team him and creates open shots for his teammates.
Embiid has Pritchard on him. 7 foot against 6'2". White goes to double. Grimes fakes. Grimes drives. Stolen by Tatum. Edgecombe in pursuit. Tatum goes inside, lays it up and in. Took a bump. Boy, good defense from Garza. Now one-on-one with Embiid. Backs in, trying to draw a foul, and he does.
Well, here's the mistake. Embiid drew 2. Quentin Grimes ends up catching it and taking it right back where all the traffic is. And now with everybody flat on the baseline, there's no balance to
inside the arc. Very efficient inside, just not been able to knock down threes. Embiid so far 6 points, 4 assists, a couple of rebounds. The remaining series schedule, game 9th, and 17 days later he's playing in an NBA playoff game. Had not played since April the 6th, and he only played 38 games during this. I don't know a lot of people that would have played that quickly after an appendectomy.
Yeah, you have to pat him on the back for that. Look, the guy wanted to fight to get back here with his team. Talk a lot about the style changing, but that's as with his guys. You have to give him some credit for that.
Celtic bench has been strong. 17 points from the bench already. Lead is up to 9. Largest lead here in the first half. Edgecombe up and under, foul by White.
His finger, so he did get the full acclimation time, but he is a big, important piece of this Celtics team.
15th year is mentioned in Orlando, now here in Boston. And just a guy, a double-double. On a lot of seasons, he's had an excellent career, and this could be his first time advancing far in the playoffs.
Very skilled offensive player. Think about this. He's averaged in regular season 15 points, 10 rebounds at least 10 different times.
Edgecombe 1 of 2. 8-point lead for the Celtics. About 4 minutes gone by here in the second. Barlow trying to guard Pritchard. Derek White comes off the screen. White goes inside. Oh, beautiful adjustment from Derek White. Gets an easy bucket. It's a 10-point lead. Shyman guarding Paul George. Got a quick spin move, and Paul George aggressively goes to the rim. He's got 8 points.
That's a ridiculous move. He bodies him, and then when he closes the gap, he spins off. That's just so tough if you're a defender.
Tatum foul. He's averaging 17.5 points per game in this series, but for them to win, he needs to, and not necessarily score, but look for his.
You know you're going to have to match them to a certain extent with their firepower from the three. He thought his guys were hesitant.
Brown looking to help out, and Embiid and a foul on Jaylen Brown.
He wasn't feeling well during the game against the Spurs, but thought it was just something he ate in Texas. And then they went to Houston, he started to feel even worse. He said he didn't want to wake anyone up, but it was on Sunday. But Embiid did say post-game on Sunday that he did have complications from that surgery. Some things he said he didn't want to go dealing with.
You know, Lisa, he's 32 years old, a generational talent. Could have been one of the most spectacular players ever. As Tatum, speaking of spectacular, not because he's got just incredible talent. Edgecombe gets the errant pass. Grimes, no hesitation. Count it, and a foul. Derek White's going to pick up his second. Grimes with a chance for a 4-point play. And the Sixers needed him for the Celtics. And Brad Stevens today rewarded for that. Got NBA Executive of the Year.
I feel like he could get that almost every other year at this point in time.
Well, this was the year supposed to be that gap year that was the term everybody used with the Tatum injury. And it's turned into anything but. It could be a championship year. Hauser fires away. Can't get it. George the rebound. Still obviously a lot of work to go. Embiid trying to draw a foul. Didn't get it. Vucevic played him well.
Be a little more patient down there if you're Embiid. He has time. They're not coming on the double team right away.
Bad pass from Tatum. Grimes gets inside, goes reverse and banks it home. Hauser fakes. Shot blocked by Embiid. Hauser gets it back. Surrounded by Edgecombe. Try to wrestle it away. Ball still loose. And Embiid comes up with it.
That was a rare sighting. A 2-point field goal attempt for Sam Hauser.
Grimes way off the mark that time. Grimes lead 11 for the Celtics here in this first half. Jaylen Brown. Vucevic tries again. Knocks it down. Vucevic 8 points in 6 minutes off the bench.
At least that time Grimes tried to get over there, but that's a practice shot.
George to Embiid. Embiid gets inside, gets knocked down, banks it home.
And if they don't figure out that drop, we've already seen Jason Tatum hit a shot. Vucevic hit a couple. They've got it.
And Embiid has stopped taking the threes and has become more effective.
He was up on that one and did a nice job closing off Jason Tatum, forcing him back out to the line.
And moving back in for the Celtics. Starting 5 right now for Boston. Drummond trying to set a screen. Maxey gets away, now drives on Kata and draws the foul.
Well, he's so smart. He came off that screen and he's so...
And 9th, the foul on Kata. By the way, Kata in that first quarter had 8 rebounds in the first quarter. You know what the NBA playoff record is for most rebounds?
You accuse me.
I'm not accusing. I saw you.
Listen, you're the guy that was used to looking at classmates' papers in school, okay? I wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay?
19 rebounds in 1 quarter for Bill Russell. Shot clock winding down. Brown in the front court. 4 on the 24. Brown finds some room. Fires away. Can't hit the 3. Hauser tips it. Brown bumped by Drummond. Gets inside. Stops. Layup. It's good. No, it pulls out. That one was halfway down.
And goes for Drummond.
So Drummond will go to the free throw line. The veteran Andre Drummond. Been a backup center recently. One of the great rebounders of his era, now in his 14th year. Has never been a good free throw shooter, 49%, but that was some threes, by the way. Excuse me, Drummond. And Drummond,
Philly has to be ready.
both teams are 4 of 17 from 3. Pritchard can't hit. Oubre couldn't grab it.
And keep watching Derek White. Every time a shot goes up, he goes in for an offensive rebound from that corner.
Nice feed from Brown. Qtr throws it down.
And so many things are given to the offensive player for the advantage. So if you're
Brown, Oubre anticipated where he was going.
Embiid sat for about 90 seconds. Comes alley-oop to Qtr. Qtr kicks it out. Tatum. Corner 3. It's good. Embiid gets it down low against Qtr. Falling away, shot is up and good. Once again, around the rim, he's very effective.
And more patient than he was on that last post up when he tried to draw the foul. That time he understood, just use your footwork and your size, and that shooting touch will finish off plays.
Tatum finds some space, gets inside, floats it out to White. 7 on the 24, spin, strip. Quick hands from Maxey. Maxey amongst the NBA steals leaders during the regular season. Coming up on 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Maxey three-pointer, got it! And once again, a 2-point game for the points.
That surprised me. That's on Tatum, just really drifted too far from a lethal catch-and-shoot player.
Brown falling away, that's good. Behind by double figures, but a nice bounce back. Maxey can't get that to fall. Tatum grabs his 7th rebound already. Pritchard running the floor, faked the pass, and Embiid almost backed off, and he laid it up and in. 9 points off the bench for Pritchard. 22 bench points for Boston. Oubre gets inside. Jaylen Brown against Edgecombe. Tatum fires away. Can't hit the 3. Leading offensive rebounds for the opponent.
Aiden's a lot stronger than I think people think, so Paul George having a little trouble getting to his spot.
Embiid tries again, and his three-point out went way off. He's 0 for 5 for Embiid and Qtr. One-on-one, little Brown lurking. Embiid backs in, lost the handle, and a foul on Qtr. He's very upset as he picks up his 3rd.
That's what we're calling a foul, Mike.
You can't. So when you talk to the officials and the players and everybody and the fans all talk about, oh, in the playoffs they'd let a lot more go. The officials
allow a little bit more contact in the post, a little bit more out on the perimeter with hand checks and forearms.
Embiid hits a pair into the hands of Derek White. 4 seconds to go. Pritchard, end of quarter. Here he goes, fires away. You almost expect.
And they've got to find a way to play faster.
And another no-look pass to Lisa Salters.
Yeah, Mike, it's like Legs was in the Sixers locker room. That's exactly what Nick Nurse said. He wanted his team to keep shooting threes. How many did Joel shoot that were just in and out? He said, we've got to start knocking some of those down. Guys are wide open. He's happy defensively. They haven't had too many breakdowns. They've limited the Celtics threes. He said, we just need to make some shots. Mike?
Thanks, Lise. Paul George missed. Oh, beautiful backdoor cut. Jaylen Brown throws it down. Brown now at 3rd. Brown trying some good ball denial on George. Maxey finds Embiid. Embiid can't get that to fall. Brown spinning. Well defended by Maxey. Brown can't hit. And there's Edgecombe grabbing the rebound. That 30-point game he had, he also had 10 boards. They may have found something very special in Edgecombe. Playing in his first playoff series. Lines that up. Can't get it to fall. He's now... Derek White gets into the paint. Leans in, shoots over the rookie, can't get it to go, but a whistle and a foul.
And we've talked so much.
Picked up his 3rd foul. He's 20 years old.
I think they got their backcourt. They have their backcourt.
But different. Poise and maturity, a lot of confidence, but he has been quiet, too quiet for the Sixers at times in this series. And
of course, the key was that game 3. It was a 1-point game with 2 minutes to go. As Oubre goes across inside, layup's good, and a foul. Qtr just picked up his 4th foul. Sixers Missed that free throw. They've been good from the line. In the first half, there's Tatum. George trying to stay with him. Tatum splits the defense, double team, throws it in the backcourt. And that's going to be a backcourt violation. 8th turnover for Boston. He's talking about how it's a stupid award, he says. He wants it to be not coach of the year, coaching staff of the year or organization of the year. George gets inside and banks it home. If he does win it, it's going to be a lot of fun watching him very uncomfortably
accept that award.
Accept the trophy.
Well, I think coach of the year is great because you know why? Because head coaches get bonuses and the staff should get bonuses if a head coach wins coach of the year, because it truly is a collective effort.
It's the right thing what he was saying. Meanwhile, Maxey shaken up down the other end, did not out on the floor. Embiid backing against Vucevic and draws the foul. It's crazy how
Boston's going to see if he can beat them down there if he's got enough lift.
Vucevic's second foul. Qtr has 4 fouls. And after these two coaches around the NBA.
I can't think of a year where so many races were legitimately close. Whether it's MVP, most year, it's been a very, very close race.
In other years, Edgecombe would have been easily the rookie of the year. Not this year. Finished 3rd in the voting. Maxey guarding Tatum. 5 on the 24. Tatum gets inside, kicks it out. Brown drives, pulls up, jumper, won't go. And a whistle. Oubre very upset. That's his second. Nick Nurse looking behind.
Was up for that release.
Well, on those plays, when the player stops, it's up to the defense to stop behind him. Now, if the player backs up into him, then it'd be an offensive foul, but it did not appear Brown did that. So Brown tonight, 13 points. A magnificent season for Jaylen Brown. 4th in the NBA in scoring for the team with the 4th best.
And his opportunity scoring and just more touches in general, being the focal point of that offense, and he absolutely played his best basketball.
Embiid again, once again, dominating down low, back to a 6-point game. Embiid's got 19. Jaylen Brown spins, goes to the rim, and ball lost it out of bounds. Brown looked like he got hit in the face.
The way Joel Embiid has to play, he's got to play inside out if he really wants to impact against this Celtic defense.
Foul is on him and possession.
And you know, RJ, you're right. He didn't have a lot of lift on the finish, but at least on that last one, it's the first time in this defender rather than just pick a direction and go, whether you're on balance or not. That's a positive sign for him.
Brown gets it, nearly lost it. Oubre trying to harass him. Brown now gets into the paint, stops falling away, is up, shot no good. And George with the rebound. Here's Embiid, pulls up, foul line, got it. And Embiid now with 21.
It's free throws. Team starts spacing out to your teammates. Now you get to walk into something in rhythm.
Embiid, his skill. White to Vucevic. Jordan Walsh has come into the game. White, couple of dribbles, has to fire away with the shot clock winding down. Doesn't hit the rim. Walsh, offensive rebound, taken away by Embiid. Dives on the floor. Walsh gets it back. Fake bank shot. No, but a foul. How about that hustle from Walsh? And that gets the crowd fired up.
That basketball, and Jordan Walsh just kept playing, and good things happen when you stay with it.
Rotation. His rookie year and only played 9 games in the NBA, 27 in the G League. His second year averaged a 1.5 per game. This is 25 games. Embiid, one-on-one with Vucevic. Barrels in, just overwhelms him again. And
Footer, he wants the ball right now, and he's getting to his spots.
Tatum goes right at him, throws it back out, stolen by Maxey. 9th turnover for Boston. George on the drive, kicks it out. Edgecombe lines up that three-pointer, puts it in. DJ Edgecombe knocks it. Tonight, the Sixers, another strong comeback, back within 1. Jaylen Brown and Oubre. Brown falling away, shot is good. Beautiful post up for Brown, he's got 16.
Basketball's going exactly where they want it, knowing you got single coverage, it's going to work.
Beautiful pass from Paul George, and Embiid just having
Nick Nurse and Joel Embiid allowing the front, knowing that there's nobody on the backside.
Walsh gets inside, well defended by Maxey, and he gets the rebound as well.
Where the three-point shooting can end you as an opponent.
Good ball movement here. Pritchard tries to get them going. That misses. Rebound, knocked loose, pick. Embiid wants the ball. Backs in, here comes the double team. Edge come up top. Maxey way outside. It's good. Tyrese Maxey
To a three-point shot, that can crush you, but Maxey comes down and answers.
Vucevic. Pritchard open in the corner. Sets, fires, delivers. Drummond back in. Luka Garza comes in for Boston. Paul George fires away a three-pointer. George shot won't go. Pritchard had it, lost it. Edgecombe has it. Maxey tries another. And the rebound goes to Tatum, and a loose ball foul's going to go against.
Says he was a chance at that rebound regardless, but he got bumped.
Brown forces the turnover. Walsh back to Brown. Bumped by Drummond there, and he banks it home.
Now Joel Embiid and this crowd can feel it.
Well, the quiet crowd has come alive. Edgecombe on the drive. Lost the handle. Vucevic dives on it. Finds Pritchard. Pritchard ahead to Brown. Brown spins. Garza running the floor. Layup, missed it. And Walsh on the follow, a whistle and a foul.
And one.
Garza knocks down the front. But he's had a nice first season here in Boston. His fifth year in the NBA after an outstanding career at Iowa.
For Tyrese Maxey is going to be much more aggressive, but he turns it over there.
Maxey thought he got hit. Brown, Tatum. Knocked out of bounds. Crossover. Well defended. But Pritchard gets it back. 5 on the 24, three-pointer. And Drummond the rebound. Sixers trying to play fast. Maxey the crossover, the spin. Kicks it out Drummond. He's hit some threes here in the playoffs. And hits another. Andre three in this series. Tatum almost lost it. Now drives, fires away his three-pointer. It's good! Maxey, George, extra pass, Oubre. Grimes, quick release on the three. Rattles that one home. Embiid is back out from the locker room. Tatum tries again. Drummond tips it. Oubre almost pokes it away, but Brown retains it, goes inside, goes right at Embiid and scores.
Walks into a wide open shot.
Nice head fake from Tatum. Got Grimes up in the air. Grimes picks up his first foul. Most of the season, he was their leading rebounder and assist man, in addition to be their leading scorer. As he hits that, our upcoming play, ESPN, Toronto at Cleveland, Houston at the Lakers. Game 5's tomorrow. A lot of big games.
Up to it because that's a success they had against Vooch.
Quentin Grimes with another three-pointer. Tatum goes right at Embiid, leans in, turns, layup, it rolls around and drops in. Tatum thought about a long three, finds another spot, can't get it, and George the rebound. Walsh guarding him. Walsh has done a good job on him in this series. Maxey fires away and hits a three. Kicks it out. Walsh tries a corner three. Side of the backboard. Grimes hoists it. That'll count if it goes.
Good looks, but we got to have a big fourth quarter if we want to put this thing out.
All right, thank you for your time. Mike.
All right, Lisa. Paul George knocks down the three, and the Sixers
Into one. Paul George walks in to one right there. Philadelphia with 4 more made threes than the Celtics.
all of a sudden, offensive foul called on Brown. Paul George start
For the offensive players.
Brown has the most offensive fouls in the playoffs so far. George fires, misses that one. Pritchard the rebound. 2-point opening. Keeps that dribble alive. Hands off Shireman. Shireman across the lane and throws it out of bounds. It's only the 10th turnover. Make that a season here on the road. Moving screen call, Paul George.
There, RJ, and trying to get a piece of Pritchard, but gets a little bit too much. That's an easy call.
Grimes trying to chase Pritchard back up top. Derek White. Jaylen Brown against George. Brown drives, pulls back, falling away. Shot is up, can't get it to fall. Edgecombe grabs the rebound. Edgecombe has come alive a little bit here in this second half. Embiid against Qtr. Pulls up, foul line jumper's good. 27 now for Joel.
Qtr's back in the game now. He's got 4 fouls, so he could go right at him. Still was able to get to his spot against a better defender.
Brown leans in, shot is up, can't get it. The tip misses. Embiid had it, lost it, but they do not want to go back to Philadelphia for game 6, which would be Thursday. Derek White using the screen. Gets into the paint. Double clutches shot. Comes up short. Rebound Maxey. Maxey with 7 rebounds.
Capable of doing. He's got 2 points off 2 of 6 shooting.
He has not shot well in the series. Grimes goes down, kicks it out. Edgecombe back up top. George fires away. And Tatum grabs his drives on George. Kicks it out in the corner. Hauser fake. 1 step fires. Hits a 3. Big bucket from Hauser. His first 3-pointer of the night. And a sub
For that shot.
It took him about 3 minutes to get their first points of the quarter. Embiid has to go back to get it. Pulls up on Qutr. Jumper. Got it. Tatum whips it to Hauser. Corner to Brown. Fires up a 3-pointer. That won't go. Maxey another rebound.
Not taking 3-point shots. He is catching the ball where he wants to and not bailing out this Celtics defense.
Maxey to the rim. Banks it home. He's an anxious crowd. You can feel it here at the TD Garden. Back to Hauser. Quick release. 3-pointer. Puts it in. Another player for these Celtics. Embiid. Hands off to Grimes. No hesitation. Grimes, he got hit. Shot almost went in.
It's going to be a really difficult make.
Grimes is averaging just 6.5 points per game in this series. Averaged over 13 of 14 from 3-point range.
And how important his shots were. Philly had multiple opportunities to take that lead to 7. It was hovering at 4. Couple of shots. He knocks.
Grimes hitting all 3 free throws. Back up to 5. Tatum deflected out of bounds by Maxey. And the Philadelphia defense so different.
Trying to disrupt this Celtics offense.
10 on the shot clock. Tatum to inbound. George right up on Brown. Gets away from, throws it up. Qutr floats it in.
It's a rebound for a lob opportunity. And great pass there by Jaylen Brown, putting in a position where only Qutr could get it.
Grimes his second foul. Qutr misses the free throw. Offensive. Edgecombe had it. Poked away by Qutr. Still loose. Picked up by Tatum. Into the corner. White a 3-pointer. And George with the rebound. Maxey to Embiid. Embiid dribbles. One-on-one with Qutr. Back up top to Maxey. Lost it out of bounds. 9th turnover for. And here's Qutr. Good ball denial from Grimes. Tatum gets away. A 3-pointer way off the mark. Rebound tipped and taken by Matt.
Go back to Embiid here with a mismatch with Derek White in the post.
Embiid across the lane. Kicks it out. Grimes another 3. Puts it in. Quentin Grimes red hot. Excellent defense from Quentin Grimes. Brown drives. Pulls back. Forces up the shot. Off the mark. Rebound. Edgecombe.
Quentin Grimes on Jaylen Brown.
Embiid against Qutr. Pulls back, backs in, falling away, it's up, it's good. Embiid now.
Defense.
Qutr inside to Tatum, gets 3, layup, missed it. That's right there. And Maxey will bring it up. We're under 5 minutes. Is now an 8-point deficit. Lob pass, Embiid gathers, and a hard foul goes down hard. As Qutr commits his 4 rebounds, he stopped taking the 3s. And he's become dominant.
I think he was 1 for 6, if I'm not mistaken, to start this game, which puts him 11 for 16 from the field.
Halftime, and has not taken a 3 in the second half. The lead is up to 9, and this crowd is stunned right now. Game 6 on Thursday, back in Philly. Jaylen Brown drives, pulls up, jump shot, in and out. Maxey couldn't get it. Qutr knocked it.
A couple of stops away from being in complete control. A 10-point lead against this Celtics team is nothing. That can be gone in 90 seconds.
And Tatum comes the other way. Still plenty of time remaining. Tatum throws it in the corner. Derek White, corner 3. Can't get it to go. Qutr gets the rebound. Pritchard finds some room, gets into the paint, pulls back, creates some space. Can't get it to fall. Maxey with his 10th rebound. Nick Nurse telling Maxey going to the corner, brings it back out. Now Maxey drives on White, pulls up, baseline jumper, puts it in. Maxey with 23, 9 straight points. He's trying to draw a foul and lost it out of bounds. Tatum felt there was a foul.
That coverage is just not going to be there. You've got to make him work over and over. Plus, you want to wear him out because of what he's doing down here.
Grimes that time, too strong. Boy, kicks it out to Tatum. Tatum against Edgecombe. Nice feed to Qutr. Qutr's shot missed it. Tatum the rebound. Bank shot missed out, but foul. remaining in a stunning second half comeback. And Tatum misses the free throw. Desperation.
Right now, Celtics 42%. Philly at 50%.
2.5 remaining. Up a dozen. Maxey Edgecombe lines up, three-pointer, puts it in. The rookie knocks it down. What a dominant fourth period. George, not a smart foul there. And they're now in the penalty.
And free and roll, that should be a simple switch, but Qtr is guarding VJ Edgecombe. So that's just an easy shot for him to be in.
Jaylen Brown knocks that one down. 109-95, 2:16 remaining. Shireman.
Second rated offense in the NBA. They have 38 points in the second half. This is a major gut check performance on the part of Philadelphia. They've been here.
Maxey taking as much time off the clock as possible. Spins against Walsh, stripped, but a foul on Walsh as he went to the basket. It's only the third team foul. Like a hyper-extended knee. Went back to the locker room and came out. A magnificent performance. Vintage Joel Embiid. Maxey knocks that down. 25-7 remaining, and many of the fans heading for the night air in Boston. Harper bank shot, can't get it. Qtr can't get it. Drummond the rebound. So there was a chance this was going to be his final game, but that's not going to be the case. The 40-year-old Lowry, who's had a magnificent...
Were able to operate their half-court offense against an elite Celtics defense. They were in complete control and rhythm.
Takes so much out of a player. He's not 100% healthy, not in great condition. Just put his body on the line to get this win. When he does that.
Here in the Sixers' fourth, it was grit and Grimes. Quentin Grimes was magnificent.
It wasn't just his three-point shooting. It was his activity. Who was going to be the first team to have one of those X factors? Peyton Pritchard
gets his own rebound, however, and a foul with 24.4 remaining.
You know, I thought Nick Nurse, when we talked to him before the game, he seemed on Sunday. And they hung in there in the first half. They missed a lot of open shots. And it felt like maybe they should have even had the lead at half out it.
Well, we've seen the Celtics for Boston. Only 11 points scored here in the fourth quarter of a potential clinching game. Down to Philadelphia for game 6. It says 0.0 on the clock. We're now 0.4 and force the Celtics for a game 6 down at Philly. Joel Embiid